Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Basheer bin Aminudin. My metric ID is PA18055. So my thesis title is Safety Climate Factors and Unsafe Behaviors Among Workers Working at the Construction Site. My supervisor is Ms. Junaida binti Zakaria. For the introduction, the study focused on evaluated the safety climate factors and identified the workers' unsafe behaviors at the construction site. The significant correlation between the climate factors and unsafe behaviors among workers working at the construction site also were observed, and it was to know whether the identified climate factors can positively impact the identified unsafe behaviors done by the construction workers. For the objective, it consists of three objectives, which is to determine safety climate factors among workers working at the construction site, and secondly, to identify unsafe behaviors among workers working at the construction site. And lastly, to measure the significant correlation between safety climate factors and unsafe behaviors among workers working at the construction site. For my methodology, the study used a cross-sectional study design. The simple random sampling were used, and the discussion were made to exchange to simple random sampling technique to an online interview due to pandemic. The section 2 and section 3 in the questionnaire survey was constructed based on the Likert type scale question. The factors were calculated based on type scale, contain a 5-point scale from 1 to 5, from strongly disagree to strongly agree. Section 1 consists of demographic information. Section 2 consists of 4 safety climate factors, and section 3 consists of 4 unsafe behavior factors. The questionnaire were translated and edited from English to Bahasa Melayu. The pilot test was used for the study, and the data collected is analyzed with PSS version 26, and the normality tests were used. For my result and discussion, it consists of total mean of safety climate factors and the unsafe behaviors factors, and there are 5 significant correlation were determined by SPSS. For this first safety climate factors is management commitment towards safety, recorded the total mean of 4.36. Management communication towards safety recorded 4.43, and the supportive environment recorded 4.57, and lastly work pressure recorded quite low because 2.17 it consists of reverse type of question. For the unsafe behavior factor, cognitive bias recorded 3.45, which means they felt quite neutral. And the risk perception is 1.9, which is strongly disagree about the reverse type of question constructed under the risk perception. And the thirdly, work condition recorded total mean 4.38, and lastly, risk-taking behaviors recorded low, 1.84 mean score, which is felt strongly disagree about the reverse type question. And the first significant correlation calculated, which is the between safety climate factors and unsafe behaviors, recorded the p-value is 0.753, and the coefficient value is 0.41, and it is determined there are no correlation. The second correlation is between work pressure and cognitive bias. The p-value is 0.004, and the significant value and the coefficient value is 0.367, and they have correlation. The third correlation is between management commitment towards safety and risk perception. The p-value calculated is 0, and the coefficient value is 0.453, and they have correlation. And the fourth correlation is between work environment and risk-taking behaviors. The p-value is 0.0, and the coefficient value is 0.569, and they have correlation. And the last correlation is between management communication towards safety and work condition. The p-value is 0.03, and the coefficient value is 0.281, and and we can conclude that they have correlation. For my conclusion, the safety climate factors among workers working at the construction site is determined. And secondly, unsafe behaviors among workers working in the industry is determined, and there is significant correlation between safety climate factors and unsafe behavior among workers working at the construction site. For my recommendation, they can provide adequate knowledge on the importance of safety climate at workplace, and lastly, promoting safety. Thank you.